Have you ever been burnt? How about you? Have you, Christy, ever been close to the fire, too close?
Okay, so embarrassing close. I've started a fire. It was right in the middle of it.
What, your house?
Yes, the kitchen. I'm so when those grease fires, and you know what? We did not have a fire extinguisher.
No, did the fire truck come?
Yes, well, there's a fire,
my.
and I didn't know what to do, so I'm throwing flour. I'm hucking flour all over the place, trying to put it out.
I can imagine the mess.
Yes,
But
it was a
what?
mess.
I've always liked fire. I mean,
Oh, surprise.
Well,
All men love fire.
I like playing with fire. Ever since I was a kid, I remember playing at my neighbor's barbecue, and it was really fun because this plastic was burning, and all of a sudden I was playing with it, it jumped up and right on my hand, and I got a scar, just reminding me of the dangers of fire, but I still liked it.
Okay, that reminds me, because like I said, men, boys, they're all little pyrotechs at heart.
Yeah.
And we do this giant 4th of July celebration.
Okay, time. Giant, big as a town. I mean, they got people coming over. We were down there. It's an amazing show.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. But when you talk about grown men acting like little boys and whooping and hollering over this stuff, but my youngest boy, see, I do actually have safety rules, believe it or not.
Long list of rules.
And my youngest was not paying attention, and he was trying to shoot something out of a pipe, and it backfired all over him. Little second-degree burns. I mean, he's okay, but it shows you that it can backfire.
Okay, talking about backfires. I had 2 kids looking out a second-story window during firecracker season, and I wanted to blow one of those bottle rockets
There's a
up.
season for firecrackers?
Yeah. And so I had one kid on each side, and I was, blowing it up, and it was interesting. Oh my goodness. It went backwards and blew a hole in the side of my house.
Were you in trouble?
Oh, no, but we made it through.
Oh my goodness. Well, I tell you what, I think we've all been burnt at some time. And you know what? It all starts out fun, innocent, and then something happens that we were not expecting.
Yeah, we're not really too sure, but it's interesting because we're kind of drawn in by the danger, the thrill of it. We kind of flirt with danger, don't we?
Yes, we do.
And it happens, unfortunately, in too many relationships these days.
Absolutely. And it's the same thing. It starts out fun, a little innocent, and then something happens and goes wrong.
So, Christy, I got an idea. I want to challenge you. What would happen, smoke detectors, they're good things. They're there to help you get warned about dangers, where there's smoke, there's fire, right?
That's right.
Could you imagine if we actually had a smoke detector for the heart?
What would that be?
Well, imagine. See, it warned me. Hey, maybe there's a close call possibility. Maybe I'm thinking thoughts about another person other than my spouse.
Oh, no, I do not like that idea.
And the little smoke detector of the heart just went off and said, Dave, careful now, you're kind of out of line.
Yeah, no, don't like that idea.
Why? I think it'd be great.
No, there'd be beeping going off all over the place, and I don't want anybody hearing my beeps, and I don't want Mark to be beeping.
Maybe there's people watching who theirs is beeping right now too. But what would happen if it was more private? Like if it was just you kind of know?
I'm the only one who hears it?
The only one who hears it?
Maybe. I'm not going any further than that, maybe.
The smoke detector of the heart could save you from a lot of close calls. We're here to help you in a society that says affairs are okay. Stay with us. I bet you liked my smoke detector of the heart. Danger. But every day as I drive to work, I'm on this freeway, right? And there's always accidents that cause just great massive tie-ups. I just hate it. But how many times you've been driving and there's been close calls where there was almost an accident?
Oh my goodness, I've definitely had my share of those.
She's caused a few, yeah, I know.
Excuse me, where were you in the car?
A few times.
I don't think so.
But it's interesting. There's also close calls when it comes to relationships, right? I mean, serious
yes,
issues.
almost like relational fender benders, where it just gets really close.
Right. These fatal attractions that actually cause a lot of devastation.
Well, the whole attraction collision is an affair.
Yeah, it's a collision with a real person that wasn't supposed to be the focus, the target.
That's why we've got an author of a great book called Close Calls, and he went straight to the mouths of adulterers to tell us what they want us to know. You've got to welcome Dave Carter.
Okay, so we got the smoke detector for the heart going, right? But I want to know, how do I know if I'm a person that's at risk? Like maybe some people are more susceptible than others? Like, what's the deal?
They are. Some people are more susceptible than others. And
how do we know if we're one of those people?
I'm going to tell you. But let's start with the family of origin, because that's where we all came from. If you come out of a single parent, blended family, you are more likely.
Just the percentages say?
Yes,
Okay.
Yeah. Because, well, just think about it, because many times those relationships are hard to forge and put together, and so there's a loss of nurturance and care sometimes on the part of the children trying to put this step family, blended family together.
And that's not a slant on the single parent. It's just the fact that one person can't be everybody.
Well, and many times a single mom is working herself half to death just to put food on the table. So there's
that was my mom.
There's just not the time or the energy or the effort to really kind of satisfy some of those needs. But then also, if you have an attention deficit disorder or a learning disability, now just think about it, because those kids often have two things that are strikes against them. One is they have very difficult childhood. People don't like them. They're always scolding them, always getting after them. They're always trying to fix them.
Can't do it right.
They can't do it right. And secondly, they have poor impulse control.
Right.
Okay.
So there's a lack of commitment because of the impulse problems.
That's right. And they'll sometimes get themselves into trouble in ways they don't even really intend to. Then, if you're in that decade of danger, 31 to 40, 50% of all infidelities in research occur in that decade of life.
Oh, my goodness, why?
Warning.
Okay,
Warning.
I'm thinking, whew, we made it, babe. We're past that.
So you got that. And then...
Why? Why 31 to 40?
You know,
is it having all the kids?
Well, that's a very good question, because just think what happens in the decade from 31 to 40. Many times you come out of graduate school, you've got a lot of debt, you're building your family, you maybe are more attractive at that point in time. Your wife is pregnant with maybe babies during that time. Ooh, that's the big one, pregnancy.
And were you working overtime too?
You're working overtime, you're trying to get established.
That ticks me off.
The pregnancy.
Yes.
Now,
Do you have an opinion?
Hey, you know.
Yes.
I can't help it.
What, I went out and just said, I want to get fat for you, baby?
No, hang on. Okay, but 50%, in one research study, of 4,000 males over 10 years, 50% of the affairs occurred when the spouse was pregnant. During the pregnancy and a year after delivery.
Am I the only one angry?
No.
Okay, excuse me.
Listen. Now, just say, don't become so defensive. Hang on here, okay. First, just think what happens. The emotional focus of the wife changes from the husband to the upcoming baby. Secondly, the hormones change, okay? Third, her shape changes. Fourth, she's tired. Many times there's confinement to bed or bed rest. Afterwards, she's sleep deprived, trying to take care of this little baby. And here's the kicker. Women have the highest levels of oxytocin when they're nursing babies. Oxytocin is the bonding hormone, and they have the highest levels they'll ever have when they're nursing that little baby. Wow. So they don't have any need for hubby. Not in a mean way, they just don't have any need.
Right, no,
okay?
they are getting needs met.
But listen to this. Oxytocin levels in men only spike when they have sex with their spouse. Right. It does not spike when they masturbate or have sex with prostitutes. We've actually drawn blood and measured it. Wow. So the bonding that a man is needing with his wife, she's not feeling any need to satisfy at that point in time. So they just, and we don't tell young couples that, so they just get in trouble all the time.
Okay, now hold it. Some of you are panicking. Whether you're in your 20s looking forward to those great 30s, maybe you're in the middle of it, you've got a pregnancy going, you think, oh, my husband's messing around me right now. Or maybe you're going, we made it through, or did he cheat during those years, okay? Don't panic, stay with us, because you don't have to go for those fatal attractions. We're going to teach you how.
No, don't panic. Just go to our website and take a quiz. Are you at risk for having an affair? So it's time to look in the mirror. We'll be right back.